Gut health dietitian Ella Davar is here to tell us how closely linked the gut and brain are and how a reset could positively impact your mood and anxiety levels. Ella, welcome.
Gail, so glad to be here today.
You say one of the best ways to reset our gut is to start a detox.
Yes.
And I think a lot of people are trying to get on better footing with their diet and their health. And so what would you suggest that we do?
There's so many things to do, and I would like to focus on at least 3 to 4. Number 1, get rid of alcohol and smoking habits. Surgeon General just announced that alcohol is one of the leading causes of early cancers, specifically in young adults. So get rid of that habit, not just for dry January, but for, let's say, dry 2025. How about that? Maybe once a week, yes. But detoxing from alcohol is the best thing you could do for your liver and for your brain. So the gut-brain connection really affected by the intake of alcohol. So getting rid of that is definitely going to create a huge benefit. And then the second thing, hydration. Really take on this habit for this year. And one of my hacks is add fiber to your hydration, because fiber helps your gut to detoxify, keeps you regular. And one of the best sources of fiber is chia seed. So I love recommending chia seed water, which I've heard you already doing. I've heard of the benefits of it.
I love this hack because I forget what the name of the tea is. It starts with a B, but anyways, it feels like it has little bubbles in it, and it's probably not too healthy for you. Putting the chia seeds in with maybe a little bit of lemon or flavoring it with something natural, maybe a little bit of salt. I have found that it not only keeps me full, but it makes me want to keep drinking water because I feel like I'm drinking something special.
I love it. Yes, I love recommending this trend because chia seeds happen to be one of the greatest superfoods for our gut. Not only that are high in fiber, they're also high in omega-3, beneficial for cognition and brain health to prevent dementia and early Alzheimer's. And then the next thing is, of course, staying away from sugar. I highly encourage all of our viewers to take on the sugar detox, at least for 21 days. And you know what usually happens? Our taste buds change. Suddenly, the things that we used to love don't taste as good anymore. Sometimes they even taste cloyingly sweet. So 21-day sugar detox, not only beneficial for weight loss and skin glow, but also helps with gut health and brain and lowers anxiety and depression. And instead, I recommend choosing fruits and vegetables. That's why I brought apples and fruits here today.
I love that. And you're big in smoothies, and all of these ingredients could be, if you don't have time to eat all of this and you're on the go, just blend them up in the morning before you leave the house.
Choosing green leafy vegetables every day, at least once a day, is essential to help your gut microbiome to thrive, to create healthy bacteria that send the signal to our brain that we're thriving, that send serotonin, which is the happy hormone responsible for feeling good. And our serotonin requires these high fiber vegetables and fruits.
That's good to know, because we do want to talk about lowering people's anxiety levels, and people are so stressed out all the time, and they don't realize that the foods that they're eating
contributes to that.
Yeah, contributes to it in a big way.
Our perception of stress also does. So that's why I train my clients to be more self-compassionate and more self-kindness, because a lot of people are just so hard on themselves. If they don't do it at 100%, they're just like calling themselves names. And that's what creates this heightened perception of stress and what's called fight or flight response. And our body is capable of dealing with fight or flight response, but when that becomes chronic, that elevates cortisol, and that triggers our brain into depression and chronic anxiety, which is, as you've seen, is an epidemic right now. And we want to tackle it with the foundational, which is a healthy diet, exercise, and detox habits.
And you work with high performers, people who have that personality, and I'm guilty of it, of beating myself up all the time, not being happy unless there's, perfection, and I'm that way with the people around me. So a lot of times you can calm it, give yourself a little bit of grace, and you even wrote a cookbook that you don't have to overthink what you eat and what you prepare.
Yes, if you focus on functional ingredients, the ingredients that are nutrient dense, meaning instead of counting calories, focus on counting nutrients, antioxidants, polyphenols, healthy fats, healthy proteins, and healthy fiber at every meal. makes losing weight no big deal.
It does, and I'm so glad you mentioned that because I spent my whole life counting calories, and now I just focus, because of experts like yourself, I just focus on the foods that I'm going to eat. Then you feel full, you feel good, and you continue to lose the weight.
That's the mindset that I teach. Instead of looking at food as something like an enemy, oh, that makes me bloated, that makes me gain weight, look at food as medicine, because food can heal you. It can heal your gut first, can lower the inflammation, and therefore improve your mood and your metabolism.
And I know we've talked about this with a friend of yours that also appeared on Bloom, but the gut health connection with our skin is really so critical. I mean, you can start to see the changes. Like, I'm doing dry January right now, and I'm loving it, and I've really cleaned up my diet after the holidays and all the hoopla, and you can see it on your skin almost immediately.
Yeah, the dry January and staying away from alcohol, as I mentioned, because alcohol also dehydrates you. And if you are drinking, you have to make sure you're drinking a lot of water next to it. That's what I teach my clients if they happen to be at a party, right? But usually the less alcohol you consume, the better your skin glows.
Okay, and I think the drink I was looking for earlier was boba. That's what I was trying to come up with. All right, thanks so much, Ella.